my cassette to the orientation of how the long axis of her foot. Okay, I'm going to center my calcaneus to my cassette. Okay, get the calcaneus right in the center. You still need to do the same thing here. I don't need this. I still need her in as true a lateral as I can get her. So I may have her come back up a little bit. Put that underneath. Actually, come back. There we go. Come back down just a little. There we go. Okay. So your calcaneus, you are an inch inferior or an inch distal to your medial malleolus.
Distal.
So your tip of your thumb is an inch. The joint space here, you lay it right on the center. Come down to the tip of your literally your nail bed. Okay, because you got to compensate for that. So I'm literally going just to the tip of my thumb. Okay, so here, straight down. But I'm going to collimate here a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit open this way because again, I want to make sure. So I got this little bony prominence here. Let me know that I'm hitting metatarsal. What in the world? I'm dropping things? I want to make sure I get navicular in here, okay? They want to still see talus and navicular. Pop your marker right in here.
Is there placement good right here?
Yeah, that's fine because I'm worried about calcaneus at this point.
Okay.
Because calcaneus is still pretty much touching, okay? And it also helps for me to keep her in a true lateral. Now, if I let her go all the way down, I'm going to start seeing this part of the calc. I don't need to see all that. I still need to see it lateral. Okay? So you're nice and here. Again, you're just an inch distal to the malleolus. Now, Mr. Gardner, he goes back. He goes back here. Preference, I'm textbook. Hands down, I am textbook. I've always been textbook. Actually, I need to
When it comes to registry, are you the right answer?
Yes.
Then that's what I care about.
Okay. So, but here, now, actually, there, she's right here. So, and again, just follow the long axis of the foot. Now, this one here, whether you're following the long axis of the foot or the long axis of the calcaneus, the tibia and fibula, I don't hold off on that. I don't cassette orientation. Because I'm worried about calcaneus. So again, this is long axis to her foot, but if you use long axis to the tib fib, I'm fine with that too, okay? But the other ones, I do want the correct orientations to the long axis of what's being imaged. Ankle, long axis to here, foot, here. I'm gonna make sure it's oriented appropriately, okay? All right, so that, I'm gonna check one more time, make sure, good. Oh, just off. All right. I'll tell Ted to make sure they have a 40. Hey Ted, tell them on the axial projection of the calcaneus, their max is 47.
Max is 47.
47 inch SID that I allow them. It's technically only 45. I remember I gave y'all 2 extra degrees because y'all are still learning early on. So.
Are you not ticklish? She's just lightly touching her phone.
That's another reason why I chose her.
Okay.
I already knew. I had her feet before, and I was like, sure, she's not ticklish. It's good.
Oh, yeah, I think we're going on.
Okay, so from here, all right, what I'm going to do now, all right, we'll take your, I need you to put your legs straight up for me. Okay, so now I'm going to change the orientation of my cassette to match the long axis of tib fib. Now everybody's like, oh, I need to do calcaneus in the center. You do not on this projection, okay? This one, because, I'm going to show y'all here in just a second. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my 40. 40 to the posterior. I'm coming towards you, so you might want to come this way. So I'm going to come down. Your best bet with this one is to start low and then work your way up where centering is concerned, okay? So I'm going to slide her back just a tish. So we're doing an angled projection here. If I have her calcaneus centered, it's going to project it to the top of my cassette. Okay? This axial, it just moves it up. So when we do a calcaneus, starting towards the bottom, I usually do 2 finger widths. Put 2 fingers, if I have 2 finger widths at the bottom of her heel, I'm good. I still want her centered. flex your foot for me. All right, so this one here, dang, I still got the strap thing up here. This is the one I saved for this one. Ball of the foot. Sorry. All right, just get you to pull for me as much as you can, as much as is comfortable. All right, so this one here, you might want to come around this way.
Nice
Do you
stretch.
still do 40 SID?
If you can get 40, that's great. This is the one I was telling you, I give you 40 to 47. It's usually 40 to 45. Actually, technically it's 40 to 44. So, but this one here, I want to make sure she's nice and centered. So the other thing too, when I do this, when I have this angled properly, it actually hits my arrows right at the center, where this is going to get projected to. Okay? And this is another reason why I said earlier, I'm actually going to need to open up my light field a little bit because I want to have soft tissue of the heel. Don't stick your thing here. It will get projected into the image. That's why you always do it to the side. Okay? All right, so call me a little side to side. Okay, so I'm hitting here. You are not hitting down here. I'm going straight for that joint space. The image that they were showing you in the book is incorrect. I need to bring back the old image. Sorry. So, but yeah, you want it right here at this joint space. Okay, so I can actually see all of the calcaneus. Okay, now that I've got here, I'm going to check my SID. Okay, and I'm actually at 43 inches, so I'm good. I'm technically within the original range of 40 to 44 is the standard SID for your calcaneus, okay, the axiocalcaneus. But I give y'all that extra 3 because you guys are still just learning. I'm not expecting you. There are times I can get it at 40 and yay, but as long as you're within that range, you're fine. So, but again, it's better to start low and then push up, because if you start too high, you're gonna be like, what's going on? So, but this will be for, I'm gonna send that around just a little, because you still want it to hit third. So you still want that, and it ends up being centered, but it hits right between second and third toe. Okay? That will be for your planto-dorsal axial projection of your calcaneus. That's what they'll also call that one.